Hello friends, in this lecture we will cover two topics, protest and agitation. So let us start now. Protest. It is strong opposition severely against any issue or issues, person or group etc. It can be an individual or group phenomena. At individual level, an individual can show protest in various circumstances depending on his agreement or disagreement on any issue. For example, a child protesting against his father, a student protesting against her teacher, etc. Individual also try to protest through media, both printed and electronics, by writing or publishing some material or article. Individual protests sometimes go to the extent of opposing policies, ideas, and issues of a group, government, etc. For example, in time of Indian freedom movement, many individuals used to protest by keeping fast up to death. Gandhiji had many times resorted to individual protest as an instrument of political mobilization and opposition. Gandhiji concept of individual satyagraha during the time of World War II was an excellent instance of political opposition through individual protest. Individual protest can sometimes lead to violence and also criminal activity. In closed and highly regulated societies like fascist, communist, and autocratic societies, sometimes individual protest is associated with extreme resentment and results at a deviant behavior. Thus, fatalistic suicide, defined by Durkheim, in highly regulated society is also an example of individual protest, since individuals cannot do much against the social system and its norms, so as a sign of protest and resistance they end their own life. Now, group form of protest, let us see what it is. Protest as a group phenomena. We studied all about the individual phenomena. Individual. Now let us see what is group phenomena as a protest. Protest as a group phenomena can be of two types. One is passive protest and second is active protest. So first one is passive protest. What it is, let us see. It is more symbolic in nature and indirect way of showing opposition. In most cases, it does not include collective mobilization actively. For example, a group of doctors wearing a black band as a protest against their salary structure, or a group of parliamentarians walking out of the parliament as a sign of protest against government policies. So, passive protests have certain characteristics like indirect way of opposition. It is symbolic in nature. Motive is more inclined towards sending a message rather than bringing changes in the objective condition. It is a pressure tactic, low intensity and impact, and an instrument of publicity also. Physical mobilization is limited in nature. Now second one is active protest. Let us see what it is. Active protests are those protests where a group of individuals actively participate in a collective action to show their opposition strongly towards an individual issue, event, or condition. Active protest is characterized by physical mobilization of people, action orientation, and sometimes it includes violence also. The issues of protest may not be always positive. They may not have change orientation and also in their motive, because protests are sometimes created to restore things as they are. They oppose change. Here the motive is to maintain status quo. For example, cultural protest in India against coming up of Western culture by certain conservative groups. It is also used as a strong instrument of political mobilization. Protest as a group phenomenon is always concerned about certain issues affecting the whole group. Sometimes political organizations, cultural organizations, leaders, political and religious are involved in organizing protest. However, protests are not sustained over a long period of time like social movements. Protests are sporadic, do not continue for a long, do not have bureaucracy, do not stick to ideology also. So here protests are not sustained over a long period of time like social movement. Protests are sporadic, temporary, do not continue for long, do not have bureaucracy, well organized structure, no well organized structure, do not stick to ideology also. Protests are a phase in a social movement. Every social movement comes to the phase of protest when they develop and achieve maturity. Sometimes social movement start out of protest also, genesis of protest. For example, protest of Bengal peasants in Naxalbari gave rise to one of the most prominent movements, the Naxalbari movement. So protest may be democratic or undemocratic, violent or non-violent. It is based upon whether constitution approves such kind of protest or not. Now let us see what is agitation is. In a nutshell, agitation always involves active physical mobilization of individual, always active, may be individual or group phenomena. So we have to remember this. Agitation may be individual or group phenomena, not passive or symbolic, more political in nature. So agitation is more political in nature. We have to remember this unique point. That means active political mobilization, political in nature. So here most of the cases it is group phenomena and tries to achieve some objective interest, and it emphasizes on short-term goal. So we have to remember some short-term goal, transitory in nature, and it may be democratic, undemocratic, violent or non-violent. So it's all about agitation. So it's all about protest and agitation. Thank you very much.